foremost, thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Say this is a time that I look forward to because I get to connect, I get to share my thoughts, I get to learn from you guys, from my guests. I appreciate every single one of you. And I do want to say a couple of things before we get started with the show. Besides the fact that my hair is crazy today, but I do want to let you guys know that this is a featured show. What does that mean? It simply means that this is not a regular stream where you guys talk and I interact with each and every single one of you guys. This is a feature show, and that means that we have a very specific, yes, Leon, we have a very specific format to follow that comes from Meet Me. So I will not be able to individually address each and every single one of you at the moment that you're dropping your comments in the comment box. However, I do want to let you know my comments are on. I am reading you. I am literally here. Okay, I'm paying attention, and I just can't, out of respect of my guests and the show time and the whole thing, I just can't individually say such and such. Thank you so much every single time. But I do want to say, I see every gift, I see every heart, I see every favorite. I do want to say I'm so grateful, and I know I sound like we say in Spanish, un disco rayado. I sound like a broken record, but I do have to say, because every single Tuesday I have new people that meet me, that connect, that tune in. So thank you for being here. Thank you for all your support. To the new ones, hello, I am Cicely. I am best known on Meet Me as That Cuban Girl. And yes, I am Cuban, hence the intro. That's why my intro is super fun and funky, and like it's all about good vibes, okay? To my returning friends like Frank the Tank and Culinary, thank you, my loves, for being here. I appreciate you guys tuning in. It makes me so happy every time I see my friends returning to my streams and we can make that connection. I do want to say, stay please towards the end of the show because we have many things happening on the show today. I'm doing something a little bit different that I actually don't think I've done on this show before, but I figured because of today's topic, it would be a good thing to share with you all. I'm going to be giving you some book recommendations at the very end of the show. So make sure you stick around. If you vibe with the topic that I'm gonna tell you in a bit what it is today, just make sure you stay towards the end of the show. I'm gonna bring back both my guests towards the very end for final thoughts, shout outs, etc. And the one thing that we always do every single Tuesday on here on my stream is whoever is my number one gifter supporter of the entire show is going to be my new bouncer. Okay, I did do a bouncer reset a few weeks ago, so I don't have that many bouncers right now. So if you want to be a bouncer on my stream every time I come live, then this is your opportunity to show love, and then you'll become part of my bouncing family just to say thank you. Okay, so that's what's gonna happen. So we're gonna get started. Thank you for being here. Welcome everybody to Own It. My name is Cicely, but I am 100% Cuban, and that's why I go by That Cuban Girl here on the Meet Me app. This is my feature show, Own It, and this show happens every single Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Pacific Time. Every single Tuesday, you can find me here, no doubt, okay? I don't have a regular streaming schedule, but this is it. So if you ever want to connect, I would recommend you visit the show on Tuesdays, and you also connect with me on Instagram. Emoji J is going to be dropping my Instagram on here shortly, so you guys can all connect with me. I also just started being more present on TikTok. So if you guys like dating advice or modeling advice or like just tips in general, connect with me on TikTok. My TikTok is That Cuban Girl Cicely. And yeah, let's connect over there. So without further ado, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself and what is Own It all about. I have been in Los Angeles for the last 10 years pursuing a career in entertainment. I've done a little bit of everything. I have done some acting. I have been a ring girl for boxing fights. I am currently a model. I am a former Miss Cuba. I've done a little bit of everything: acting, pageantry, modeling, you name it. Okay, I think I've done it all. So with that said, the intention behind this show, behind Own It, is for me to bring everything I have learned in the entertainment industry out there into the streaming community. And the intention with Own It is so you and I can become the best versions of ourselves. So whether you're a streamer or you're just a friend and you like watching and you're a gifter and you just like the app, that's cool too. You're welcome. Everybody's literally welcomed on this stream. Okay, so that's the intention behind it. Every Tuesday I have two amazing guests that join the show, and we have one topic, but it doesn't matter what the topic of the show is. The overall intention is for you and I to own the uniqueness of who we are. And we do that in very different ways. And I give you tips and tools, and then my guests also will give you tips and tools, and we'll share stories. And if you ever want to be a guest on the show, please feel free to contact Emoji J, and he will add you to the guest list. Okay. So hopefully I didn't forget anything. Welcome to Own It. The topic of today, because I know you're wondering, I've actually gotten better at remembering all these announcements and all these things I have to say. I mean, 48 episodes later, you best believe that I have to remember, right? Yes, you guys, today's episode 48, actually. So I'm super excited. We're about to have 50 episodes, and that is crazy. Today would have been my 50th episode, but I have missed 2 shows in the past. So it's officially episode 48, but it is so crazy to say that because it's like, Own It is the one thing that I have kept the most consistent in my life, in a very inconsistent lifestyle. I don't have a very consistent lifestyle. I'm trying, I struggle with it. But Own It has been the one thing, you guys, the one thing that has been extremely consistent, and it's all thanks to you. So the topic of today, I figured it's something that it's going to be a little bit more refreshing, because the last 3 shows have been all about mental health. And that was very necessary, because I believe that mental health is something that we all need help with, I believe, right? Especially in the social media era and the streaming era and all of that. But today's topic is a little bit more lighthearted, hopefully refreshing, and it's something that I think we all have in common. Are you ready? Drop a 1 in the chat if you're ready for the topic today. Who's ready for the topic today? No one's in the chat. Okay, thanks, Charlie. Thank you, New Leather Smell. I appreciate that. Yes. Okay. Topic of today is finding love. Finding love. Oh my gosh. And that is such a broad, what's the word? It's such a big topic. But I figured it's something that we all struggle with, we all want, we all need, and let's just talk about it, right? Finding love. How do we find love? How do we go about finding love? And what does that mean? And what are some tips? And listen, I need to know too, but I'm going to share what I have learned, okay? And my guests too. So I'm going to ask my guests today to request the box, please. Thank you for the favor. Everybody, please favor me. I want to be top badge in the next few months. I need those 5,000 faves. Appreciate you. Thank you, Sean. So my guests, I'm gonna ask my guests. Where are the guests? I saw one here earlier. Where did she go? Who's first? Let me see. Okay, I saw who's first. So let me do the intro. Thanks, Cooley. The intro for today. Okay, where is it? There we go. Okay, my first guest. She is amazing. She loves putting new streamers on the spotlight through talent shows and her mental health hour. Her name is New Leather Smell, and we're gonna find out why. So please, everybody, welcome to Own It, New Leather Smell. Hello, beautiful.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing amazing. How are you? Thanks for being here.
Thank you. I appreciate you allowing me to have this opportunity and get myself out there.
Of course, 100%. I just like you, my main intention with the show is also to unite streamers, to put everybody out there in the spotlight. And I'm just really happy that I'm able to meet so many new streamers every week. So yeah, tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Well, as you guys know, my name is New Leather Smell. I am 28, originally born and raised in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I am currently a tractor trailer driver, and I'm also a full-time medical student. My plan on here is to get my top badge. I do try to support a lot of newer streamers because obviously we were all new streamers at one point, you know. I host auctions, I do a lot of featured shows, and I just pretty much just try to give the energy that I would like for people to reciprocate.
I love that. So I actually didn't know because you didn't tell me in your bio. For all of you guys who don't know, before the show, I like asking my guests for short bio just so I know what they're about, what they're into, what they like. You didn't tell me you were a medical student, but that's actually so cool because my second guest, it's going to school for psychology. So you guys have that in common.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
So I want to ask you, so medical students, so why streaming?
Because honestly, I really don't get out, with work. I work two jobs, and I also go to school, and I'm also a parent. So I don't really go out, I don't party and things of that nature. So streaming is actually like kind of my fun time. I enjoy streaming, I enjoy meeting new people, I enjoy, just communicating through the app. I've made some amazing friends. I've made awesome connections and awesome bonds on here that I would hate to lose. So these are like my online friends.
I love that. How long have you been streaming for?
So I've been on the app about 3.5 years. I started as a gifter, and I recently started streaming for. I've been streaming for in total about a year.
I love that. Me too. I started last summer actually, and I wish I would have found streaming in 2020. That would have been cool, but I just found it last year, and it's been one of the best times. I look forward to my show every single Tuesday. It's crazy because I can be consistent with my streaming schedule, but with the show, I'm always like, okay, I'm there. So how do you, so I want to know before I ask you about the topic today, I want to know why new leather smell?
Okay, so to give you a 100% a complete honest answer, I used to be a professional dominatrix. So I just kind of I love I love the smell of leather. It's kind of my thing.
I love that. Yeah, we couldn't really talk about that on the feature show, but that is so cool. Oh my gosh. I know I'm gonna have to do a private, like one of my other streams with her. Have her on the box. That would be really, you know what? I'm having my 5 milli party soon. I would love to have you come and talk about all that stuff.
I'm down, no problem.
So everybody who's just tuning in, welcome to Own It. This is your featured hour every Tuesday, 5 p.m. Eastern time with me, that Cuban girl. Today we're talking about finding love, and my first guest of the day is New Leather Smell, and she is so beautiful. Of course, you're looking at her, but she's been streaming for 3 years and consistent. She's been on the app for 3 years and streaming for 1 year. And I love the fact that despite of what you just told me that you were before, you now talk about in your streams about mental health, and you love putting streamers out in the spotlight. And I just want to ask you, why do you like doing that?
Um, because I feel like everybody deserves an opportunity, no matter what rank you have, no matter what your level is, no matter how long you've been here. Everybody has to start from somewhere. And I take it even more personal because the fact that I go to school. And when I went out and did externship, it was kind of like nobody wanted to give me an opportunity in the hospital, simply because I was a student at the time. So I kind of take my personal life and put it into here, and I treat people on here the way I want to be treated in general.
I love that. So, okay, let's talk about today's topic. How do you feel about today's topic?
Well, I'm single, so I mean, It is what it is.
That's okay because I'm single too. But I think it's important that even though we're single or we're not single, I think we all have a story that we can share when it comes to love because we all have our different perspectives when it comes to love. And love doesn't always mean you have to be in a romantic relationship. There are so many different kinds of love out there. And so, okay, so what's the meaning of love for you?
Love is just someone or something who completely understands you or accepts you in and out, flaws and all, no matter your traumas or your flaws or, whatever you have going on. Love is if you're falling and someone is rising, they stick their hand out and they pull you up regardless of the situation.
Yeah, and I don't know about you, but I think that has become so hard to do in 2023.
Definitely.
And
Definitely.
I've been listening to a lot of podcasts that I can share with you guys later on my Instagram. I can share my stories, but I listen to a lot of podcasts about this stuff, about dating and about psychology and about love. And one of the things that I find really, really, really interesting is that because people have more options now, they're way quicker to give up on somebody.
Definitely. But me personally, I believe, and this is like my honest opinion from within, I believe that the music changes a lot of people' perception of dating because you have a lot of men and who's making music who's talking about just having sex with a lot of women and spending money, and I can take her to go get a Birkin, and I can spend this on her, and I can make her come with me just by spending money. Then you have the women who screaming, I can get any dude and I can have sex with him within the night, and I have options, I have options. So it's kind of like, if you're listening to something that's supposed to touch you within, which is music, which is a rhythm, and it changes your perception of how you think, it's going to change how you date as well.
Yeah, and that's actually very interesting. I haven't had anybody say that to me before, but you're so right about that. And I think our society today really, because they profit off of all these things, right? They make it a point to do those things and to program us.
Yeah.
And you're totally right because the more it's same thing with, and I have nothing against plastic surgery, but it's just an example. Same thing with plastic surgery, right? Like it became a thing because people made it cool, so people are profiting for that, and yeah, same with love. Like it's just become such a something that in my opinion should be so not easy, but it should flow effortlessly with people. Now is this one thing that's like rare. Like love became rare.
Yeah. And one thing that a lot of people fail to realize is, regardless of what your occupation is, no matter how much money you make, no matter what your sexual orientation is, or, whatever. Thank you, Tony. No matter what it is, everybody needs somebody. And a lot of people are unhappy because they're looking. And a lot of times you end up with what you want and not what you need, because everybody wants somebody who has a big butt, a small waist, make a whole lot of money, but you're not willing to put the time in to grow with someone, or you're not willing to put the time in to get to know someone and understand who this person is that I can eventually love. They're not trying to figure out who their significant other could be because they're so quick to chase money, sex, and drugs.
Reach, girl. For reach. I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know where you live, but I live in LA. I am literally in the mecca of all of that. And I have to really make it a point to isolate myself so I can be my own energy because this city is full of all those things. And I try, and this is also why I do the show. And I'm so open in my social media about being a good person, being kind, but it's hard sometimes because sometimes when you're like that, you feel very isolated, you know?
Definitely. And I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I have been dumped because of the money, the type of money I make. I've always been the breadwinner, and a lot of times it gets to the point where I don't even want to disclose what I do for work, or I don't want to tell people, oh, I'm a truck driver, I make six figures. I don't want to I don't want to tell people I've been dumped because somebody found out how much money I make, and he felt like that wasn't okay for a woman to make a substantial amount more than what he made.
But you already know that has everything to do with him and not you.
It was his pride. You know, it was his pride, and unfortunately, he lost a good person in his life, and that's okay because he just wasn't for me.
Well, I'm proud of you for not being one of those people that would have said, okay, I'll step down so I can meet you there. Because also, I don't believe you should do that. I'm all about women being independent. And of course, with that independence, we should have our femininity, right? I don't think we should become masculine just because we're making money. But I do believe that women should be independent and we should be able to take care of ourselves. And if we have somebody who wants to add to that, like there's a big difference, in my opinion. This is all our opinions, okay, guys? If if I have a partner who wants to take care of me financially and help me and add to my life, it's one thing. But for me to need that person to do that, for me to be okay, I don't think that women should be that way. I just think that
I
way.
agree. I agree. I agree 100%. And it's okay to receive gifts from your significant other. It's okay for your significant other to do for you or give to you or, make you feel wanted and appreciated and special. But it's another thing when you just have an independent woman. You have a woman who's foot forward. She's level-headed. She knows what she wants out of life. A strong personality. That's an amazing thing to have because you are dealing with a woman who's not codependent of you. And a lot of men don't know how to take an independent woman who don't need them, and it's kind of intimidating to men.
So because you're such an independent woman and you're so strong, I can tell your vibe is very, I love what you're about because I love women like this, you know. I want you to talk to the women here on the app right now, and maybe even to the men, but the women specifically who maybe need to be a little more dependent and trust in themselves more and or make more money. Like, what would you say to them?
So, one of my downfalls was I allowed my own self doubt and my own pity to hold me back, and I didn't have a lot of faith in myself. I didn't believe that I could get up and go get my CDL and make good money. But a lot of women genuinely believe that they are not good enough to get up and go out there and be extremely successful, and that's not true. A lot of women don't know their own worth and they self deprive themselves simply because they don't feel they have what it takes. And if you simply believe in yourself and you have self talks with yourself and you tell yourself you can do it, the sky is the limit and anything is possible, especially if you have children. That should make you want to work even harder.
I love that. I love that so much. I think we can end on that note. That was beautifully said. I don't know if you're going to be around, but I would love to bring you back in the box at the end of the show with my second guest for final thoughts or anything, if that's okay with you. Um, if not, yeah, okay. If you're busy, then that's okay. But everybody, please go favorite New Leather Smile. Go check out her streams. Give her love, please. Gift her. Give her love, and show support. She's amazing, and I love the fact that thank you for being on the show today. I really appreciate you.
Thank you again for the opportunity. I really appreciate it.
Of course, and if you can do shout outs if you want.
Well, as of right now, I really honestly want to say thank you so much, Tony. I appreciate your support. You are not only an amazing online friend, but you are an amazing friend in person as well. And I appreciate you as not only a friend, but a woman. You are amazing. And thank you for everything that you do.
Wait, who's Tony? I want to know. Thank you.
New Leathers Hoochie.
Okay, okay, okay. I love that. I love that. Thank you, New Leather, for being here. I've truly enjoyed our conversation, and I'll talk to you in a little bit, okay?
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
All right, everybody, what is going on? Hello, everybody who is tuning in right now. Welcome to Own It. What's up? This is your favorite featured hour. I'm just manifesting it. Your favorite feature show. Let's make it that way from now on. Welcome to Own It. Everybody who's tuning in, everybody who's new. I am so happy to meet you. My name is Cicely, aka that Cuban girl. Please connect with me on Instagram and TikTok. If Emoji J can drop my information down in the comment box, I would love to connect with you. I am always on literally I'm always on social media, and you can catch me here every single Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern time on the Meet Me Streets. Okay, so a couple of things. I want to give some shout outs to my friends that are in here right now. First, I'm going to start with my top gifters of the stream. Do remember, my top gifter supporter of the entire stream at the end of the show is going to become my newest bouncer. I had a bouncer reset in the last few weeks, so I have not that many bouncers. So if you want to be a bouncer and you genuinely want to support the show, don't do it for the bouncing, but it's just my way of saying thank you for being here, for supporting, and to welcome you into my streaming fam. Thank you, Sin City. So I'm gonna do a quick shout out to my top gifters at the moment. And these are, let's start with just top three. Top three, Mr. Solo. I saw you earlier. Thank you so much. Number two, my friend Sin City Robert. And number one, my dear streamer friend, Culinary. What's up, Cooley? He's Cuban. I appreciate the support. He was here last week too. And I'm just really grateful for you guys. Sin City, Mr. Solo. Mr. Solo has been part of my streams since the very first day I ever streamed, which was really cool. And who else is here? I think I saw Cape Verde here earlier. She here? Yes. Hi, girl. Sin. Hello, Sin. Sin was my guest last week. Hello, Super Adventurous, Mad Max. Thank you all for the favorites. Let me see who else is here. I'm probably gonna miss some of y'all, but I appreciate you being here, supporting the show. You guys are the OGs. I also need to remind you before we continue, okay? I am going to be going to Life Fest. So if you are going to Life Fest November 3rd through the 5th, make sure you DM me, you let me know, because I don't want to miss you. I want to get to know you, take photos, spend some time together. I would love to meet you at Life Fest, whether you're a VIP or a streamer. If you just want to say hello, just make sure to hit me up and ask where I'm at or whatever. But I am going to be at Life Fest. I have my ticket. I'm super excited. I cannot wait. I'm going to be there with my other streamer friends. And thank you so much for that. If it's a sunflower, yay! Sunflowers are my favorite flowers. Thank you, Mike. Shout out to Mike the Grave. Hey, thank you. So you guys, I am going to continue the show today. And where are we? Okay, so I have to give you the quote of the day. Quote of the day. Appreciate you. Okay. The quote of the day today is, wait, where's the quote of the day? Where's the quote? Okay. I love this quote because, I was trying to Google quotes, or I was in my DMs, looking at the stuff that I save all the time, that I like. But every single quote about love was a little corny, to be honest, to be honest with you. Thanks, Mike. And I honestly just wanted to choose a quote that resonated with me, but I didn't want anything too corny, if you know what I mean, So this quote, I find it to be very insightful. I find it to be a little bit different, and also resonates with me because it's something I have personally been dealing with in the last couple of weeks. And it goes as follows. Don't ignore the love that you do have in your life by focusing on the love you don't. Don't ignore the love that you do have in your life by focusing on the love you don't. And I love that because thank you. I just went through a time period in my life just last week where I was high. I was my highs were up here. And then one day out of nowhere, I felt so down and so sad. And And basically, this resonates with me because I have so many amazing things in my life. And a lot of times we focus on the love that we don't have or the love that we lost. And like, why? Right? And it's okay, we're human. I talked last week about if you have to feel the feelings one day and then let them go. That's exactly what I did. But sometimes it's difficult. It's not always easy to do. But I do want to invite you all today to, if you're going through a difficult time or you feel alone, just to always think back on the things and the love that you do have, because I'm sure that you have so much love in your life. It could even be the love of a pet. Okay. Thank you, Mike. I really appreciate that. He was like spinning wheels. Thank you. Thank you. So even if it's the love of a pet, of course, if you have kids, it doesn't get better than that, right? I don't have kids, but I can only imagine that if you have kids, you have so much to live for, right? So in my case, I don't have kids, I don't have a pet. I'm gonna need to get a pet at some point, but I need to really focus on the amazing things that I have built around me that I do have. And one of those things, you guys are gonna think I'm being corny or whatever, but it's literally my streaming community. A lot of times when I feel lonely, because newsflash, you guys, I do feel lonely, I'm human. I would literally just think of, okay, I have so many amazing friends that I have met online, and my streaming community can always like uplift me. And that's something that I hold on to. And of course, my life from IRL, but yeah, just wanted to share that with you guys. And before we move, is Medusa here emoji? Is he here? Did he show up? Kiki's trash. Is that you? Kiki's trash bag Medusa? So you guys, while I wait, oh, awesome, cool. Just making sure. Welcome to Own It, everybody. Welcome to this featured hour with me, that Cuban girl, that happens here on the Meet Me app at 5 p.m. Eastern time every single Tuesday. Okay, I appreciate you being here. I see the hearts, the gifts, the support, the comment box. If you have any comments or questions or feedback or whatever, you can drop them in the comment box. You can DM me, you can TikTok me, whatever it is. Is I just want to connect with you guys. So the topic of today is finding love. And that is such a broad, I can never say that word. You guys know what I mean though, right? Topic. But it's something that we all struggle with, we all need, we all want, right? Like, we're human, so we all want love. So I'm just curious to see what that means for different people. And I love that I was talking to New Leather Smell, and she expressed what that means to her. And I'm gonna talk, I also don't know him, so I'm gonna do the introduction. Okay, maybe you guys already know him, we will see. He is 34 years old. He's been streaming for 1 year. He's been in college for the last 14 years, and I'm only saying this because he's so proud of that, and I love that he's so proud of that. He has his bachelor's and master's in psychology. His passion is finding love and making friends and studying. Please, everybody, welcome to Own It, Medusa.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing amazing. How are you?
I'm doing fine.
Thank you for being here, for your time. I appreciate you sharing your story, making time for us. And I just, first of all, introduce yourself and do the whole thing.
Well, you introduced it for me, but yeah, to expand on what you said, college for the last 14 years, hopeless romantic. I actually started streaming to actually find a relationship. It wasn't really for diamonds or gifting. It was just to come on here and find someone to, call a wife. But I spend majority of my time just streaming, visiting people's streams, even watching streams while I'm streaming. So yeah,
Have you found your wife?
not yet. Lordy, lordy, lordy.
Have you had any positive experiences with women on here?
I've had a few dates, but it wasn't giving what it was supposed to.
Okay.
Yeah.
So since we're talking about that, what's your definition of romantic love?
Uh, my definition of romantic love is someone that's surprising, because I was talking about it the other day. You shouldn't say a relationship is good when a person is doing what they're supposed to do. So if I'm calling you, I'm texting you, good morning, I'm bringing you food to dinner at night, I'm rubbing your back, I'm massaging your feet. To me, those are things you're supposed to do in a relationship. So you can't really say that those are romantic or good because those are things that you're entitled to do. So me, romantic love means going above and beyond, doing things that's not expected, surprising me with things, pulling up to my job and say, here goes lunch. Let's have lunch on your lunch break because that's not something you're going to expect 24/7. So things like that, just being surprising, it just going above and beyond, basically.
And I love that you're mentioning that and you're a man talking about that, because I think, in at least in my experience in 2023 in the city that I live in, those things here are rare. Isn't that crazy?
Right, right. Very crazy.
Like, it's just things that should be, like you're saying, they should be a thing. And it's like, now if somebody rubs your feet or do all these things, it's like, oh my God, I'm in love, because people don't do that.
Right, right, right. Like people get surprised just because someone opens the car door. So it's like her past four relationships, no one opened the car door. But that's something we supposed to do as men, open the door for you. Why should I get a certificate for opening the door when that's my job?
100%, 100%. So I love that. And if you're like that, I just want to say that you will find your person in time, because it sounds like you're pretty rare and somebody's going to eventually appreciate that. So
Thank
don't
you.
stop being that way.
Thank you.
So I want to ask you, first of all, quick pause. Everybody who's commenting in the comment box, I do have my bouncers in here. If you're not being respectful, you're going to be kicked out. I never like to say these things, but I am warning you. I have amazing bouncers, and this is a high vibe show, an inspirational show. This is not just for us, this is for you. So you also feel inspired and uplifted. And if that's not your vibe, then you don't gotta be here. You know what I mean? So Medusa, I want to ask you, so why psychology?
Uh, this is gonna sound weird, but I like studying people's mind. I like just looking at someone and learning about them, their habits, their behaviors, what makes them tick, what makes them happy, what makes them angry. I like it's like a puzzle to me. I like taking the puzzle and putting it back piece by piece. To me, that's psychology. But yeah, that's why I love studying people 24/7. That's my job, research.
I love that too. And I actually almost went to school for psychology before the pandemic. I was actually trying to decide. I was in Santa Monica College, and when I was taking film and psychology classes just to see what I was feeling out. And then the pandemic came, and then I quit it. But I also truly love psychology because it's such an amazing way to, like, human behavior is such an intriguing thing because we're all different.
Right, right. We all have our own different personalities, and that's what makes it so unique.
So what's a way that you feel that you bring all that knowledge into your streams, and do people take that kind of stuff well?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I love doing random verses just to get the psychology going, just to see how people can get to know me as well as just because some people don't want to come to your stream and just ask you 1,000 questions. Some people like to listen to you talk to other people so that way they can get to know you. So I do a lot of random verses to get to know new people and also so people can get to know me throughout each and every person that I come in contact with, whether it's someone from a different culture, whether it's someone from a different race, whether it's someone from a different sexuality. It's like seeing me react to different people of different backgrounds and different statistics. You get to know me better as a person and also learn about my stream too.
I love that you say that. And I don't study psychology. I do listen to a bunch of podcasts and things, but I don't go to school for it. But I love that you said that because it confirms something that I do. I do the same thing. I don't, because people can come and tell you whatever they want you to hear or whatever they want you to know.
Right.
And like, for example, I met this guy the other day. He has a podcast, and we went out a couple times, and I like him, but then I was like, I'm going to listen to his podcast because that's how I'm really going to get to know him, by him talking to other people.
Right.
And I love that you're saying that because it confirms, yeah, that's a good thing to do.
Right. That's exactly true. Seeing how people interact with, just like trolls, people come in your box and troll. How do you handle it? But you handle it a perfect way, and I like that.
Yeah. Um, so when you do your streams, I know you say that. Wait, you never actually told me. I'm looking at your bio right now. You never actually said what your streams are about.
Uh, it's a little bit, a lot of a lot. I like getting gifted. Don't get me wrong. So majority of the times I am getting gifted, but I do just like having open forums. I like having open discussions. Sometimes we debate certain topics. Sometimes majority of the times I'm doing random verses, getting to know people. But just doing verses with friends, checking up on my friends, checking up on their mental health status, getting gifted, participating in auctions, feature shows just like yours, and that's pretty much the most of it. I let my friends run my stream. I just sit in the back, let my friends do the talking, and I'm just like the narrator. That's all.
I love that. What's like one thing that has really inspired you from your streams?
When people hit that fave button, see, like Wild West did, it lets me know that you watched me, you liked me, you saw something in me that you liked it, and you hit the fave button. It lets me know that I'm doing something right, that you want to see more of me. So in order for you to see more of me, you have to hit the favorite button. That's one of the things I like about the app is the favorite button. Besides the gifts, besides the cashing out, besides the diamond, I like the simple act that you can fave people, because there was once a time where I went into this amazing stream. The girl was so beautiful, but my phone died, and I didn't have a way to find her, and I didn't hit the fave button. So if you fave her, you can find her, but if you don't fave her, you can't find her. And I was just so caught up in her beauty, so much caught up in the content, that I forgot to hit the fave button, and I haven't found her since then. So that's one of the things I really genuinely appreciate about the app, is being able to meet someone that you don't know and fave them.
I love that too. I totally agree. And it's so underrated, right? Like people are caught up in the diamonds and the hearts. Even the hearts, people make more of a big deal about the hearts than the faves.
Exactly. Yeah, it's the little things for me. I'm not a person that's you don't win my heart by doing big things. It's the little things for me. The little things.
Mike, it's so funny. I'm gonna make a quick pause and welcome everybody to the show. This is Own It. We're almost reaching the end of the show, but you guys know, well, we're reaching the end of the featured hour, but you guys know if we go over, we go over, right? But I appreciate you guys being here. Welcome to Own It. My name is Cicely. If you don't know me, I am Cuban. I get that question all the time. Are you really Cuban? I'm like, yes, I grew up in Cuba. I came when I was 14. I am Cuban. And the reason I do Own It is because I've been in entertainment for 10 years and I love bringing all that knowledge. And I love talking about confidence. I love giving tips about different things on the show for streamers and non-streamers. Everybody's welcome here. But more importantly, I like sharing the good vibes, and the intention is that you and I own the uniqueness of who we are. I always say it, but I'm going to repeat it. I believe that we cannot achieve anything until we truly own who we are.
Right.
And that is the intention of the show. And right now I'm talking to Medusa, who is amazing. He's going to school for psychology, getting his PhD. And we're talking about love a little bit. So I want to ask you, Medusa, what do you think is the biggest mistake somebody can make when it comes to being in a relationship?
Communication. And communication is one of my love languages, but I've never been in love before, don't get me wrong, but I do think that one of the most reasons relationships fail and people fall out of love is because failure to communicate. Failure to let your person know what you're going through. Instead of getting advice from other people, talk to your spouse about it. Talk to your boyfriend, talk to your girlfriend, let them know what's bothering you. Yes, we all have red flags, but it's how you handle that certain situation and how you communicate based on what's bothering you, to actually let that person know, hey, this is what we need to work on. If you're not calling me enough, you let that person know, I want you to call me this time when you're free, da 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 da. So in my opinion, communication is one of the most things that we overlook.
Yeah, and I think something I've learned too, and I want you to tell me if you agree with this or not, but especially being a woman, a lot of times when we tell people, oh, I want you to do this more often, I don't personally like doing that because a lot of times I can be confused with nagging. So what I've learned to do, and because I found, I don't know if you know who Nadia, she's like a big psychologist on social media, Nadia something, I forget her name, but a really good way, at least as a woman, that I found to have somebody do something or continue to do something that you like them to do is whenever they do it, just say to them, oh my gosh, I really love when you do this for me. I truly appreciate that. And
Right.
right. And that way you're not asking them to do it, but you're just kind of like encouraging them. And then they feel like they're doing it because they want to do it.
Right, right. Or rewarding them for doing it, you know? There you go. You took out the trash, baby. Let me make you dinner. You folded my laundry, baby. Let me buy you something on Amazon, you know? Things like that. And then
Yes.
that way it's repeated. It's repeated, you know?
Yes, I love that. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, do you have any shout outs that you wanna?
Not really no shout outs, but if you see me when you see me, then hey, you see me. But other than that, I just whoever's my friends know who they are, but I just love the app. Shout out to the app for allowing us to have a platform like this to where we can come, you know, have conversations regardless of if we agree to disagree. But shout out to the app because without the app giving us this ability to speak and talk like this, we all wouldn't be here, you know?
100%. No, I'm super grateful for Meet Me because I'm also a new streamer. I've only been streaming since last August. Oh, just like you, right?
Started in August too. August 3rd was my first day.
I started, I want to say at the very, very end of July. So maybe like July 30th or something. So it was almost August. But I started streaming in last August as well. So I'm kind of also a new streamer and I'm so grateful to be such a new streamer and have the platform that I have and the show and connect with all of you guys. So I really appreciate that too. And are you going to Live Fest?
I am going to Live Fest. I went to the last one. I'm going to every one they host going forward. I love it.
You went to Playlist last
I
year?
went to Playlist last year.
Oh my God, how was that?
It was amazing experience. A lot of people are shy because people be like, I'm not going to know anybody there, but go anyways. You're going to find people. It's going to be tons of people you don't know, but you're going to make tons of friends. So I highly recommend, even if you don't have a ticket, just go, you know, show up to the hotel, go to the pool, sit down and just get to know people. You might not be able to go into the events they have, but at least you still get to meet friends who are streaming. And maybe you can go there and stream yourself, you know?
And it's so cool when you actually, because it's one thing to meet people online, and it's so cool to actually meet them in person.
Yeah,
You
a lot
know?
of people are shorter than they seem because I seen a lot of people and I'm like, wow, you look so tall on camera, but in person you like 5'1", you know? It was
I
crazy.
get the reverse reaction. I've met two streamers on here, and I've met my friend Angel Moreno. He does the spotlight, and Maggie, and I actually met them. These are the only streamers friends that I've met. And when they met, I'm like so tall. I'm 5'10", but I think when people see me, I'm like even taller. You know?
Wow, you look short. I could have sworn you were like 5'4", 5'5". What the heck? Oh my
No,
gosh.
no.
I'll be surprised. I'll be shocked. I'll be totally shocked.
No, I'm 5'10". So that was pretty interesting because I could see them. They didn't say anything, but I could see them like.
Definitely, definitely. Yes.
Anyway, so we're reaching the end of the featured hour. So let me invite New Leather Smell back in the box. And then we can do the final tips. I usually do tips at the end, but I can do them with you guys. So
Okay.
New Leather Smell, if you want to jump in the box real quick. And you guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for staying all the way towards the end of the show. Don't go anywhere because my top gifter today will become my bouncer at the very end of the show. And I'm also going to share two books on love that I really think you guys should read. So stay till the end for that, okay?
Mhm. I'm glad that you said that. I actually have over 500 books. I'm a huge hoarder when it comes to books.
I love books. Books are like, I love it. So, you guys, I have really loved having you both on the show today. One thing that you both have in common is that you're both in the medical field. sort of, right? Like psychology is in the medical field, correct? No,
Right.
sort of.
Right.
Yeah, so I love that you both are and that you share that and that you also are streamers and you seem to have to be compatible in some things. And, did you guys know each other from before?
My first time seeing New Leather.
Okay, well, hello, Leather Medusa,
He favorite you while I got the chance because
Okay,
my
I'll
mind.
thank you back as well.
Hey, got you.
Yes, maybe we're doing a little bit of matching here. Who knows? I don't know. No, but you guys, I've really enjoyed having you on the show today. And I just want to say, you're both amazing. I love your energy, your vibe. I would love to continue to be in touch with you and maybe do like regular streams later at some point. But I do want to ask you a question that I usually ask my guests at the end. And what is one thing that you each individually own up to that has truly changed your life?
I'll let you go first, New Leather.
I have owned the fact that I did not allow my past traumas to take over my future. When you have childhood or whatever the case may be, childhood traumas or, just extreme personal things that happen in your life, a lot of people give up. And I almost was one of those people. And like I said, I put faith in myself and I allowed myself to believe that I was worth being successful and worth, just being alive. So definitely never give up and just continue to fight. And if nobody has heard it today, you are worth it and we all love you.
Period.
I felt that. Thank you.
Well, for me, I would say I owned up to. It is hard to say, but I am a very clingy person. When I get attached, I am overly attached. I want to see you every day. I want to call you every day. I don't want you to leave to go to work. I'd be like, how much they're paying you? Let me pay it. Okay, don't go. So I'm overly clingy, and I owned up to the fact that I do need to work on that. I do need to stop getting attached so fast. My emotions goes 1,000 miles an hour, but I owned up to it, and I am working on it.
I love that because I recently just found out maybe about a year ago what the attachment styles are. And I realized that I have always been anxiously attached, obviously because of abandonment issues and stuff like that.
Right.
And so one thing that I've learned to own up about myself is the fact that I have had abandonment issues and that I have had anxious attachment and that I'm working on that.
Right. Same here.
I'm right with y'all. We're going to ride this train together.
Yes, I love that. Amazing. Well, let's do a real quick photo for the gram. I'll tag you guys later. Cute. Thank you guys for being here once again. I've truly enjoyed my time with you. Please, everybody, if you like me and you like Own It, make sure you favorite these two beautiful souls. Go check out their streams, gift them, do the things, do all the things, hit that favorite button, and just share the good vibes with them, okay? I love you guys. I appreciate you, and I'm gonna see you very soon, okay?
Have a good stream.
Thank you. All right, my loves. Well, we have reached the end of the featured hour. Thank you, Cooley. Oh my God, we're number 6. What? Yeah. Thank you. Oh, who did that? Number 2. We're number 2. Thank you so much, you guys, for being here. I know I'm not supposed to do it in feature shows, but I can't not show appreciation for you guys. I'm sorry. I'm so grateful for you guys. I'm so grateful that that you guys are supporting the show, being there for me. Okay, I won't end it, but I do have to end the show at some point. So. Don't go anywhere because we still have some more stuff, okay? guess I can still react because the featured hours, it's gone. So thank you, you guys. Cooley, Mike, appreciate you. You're the bomb, diggity. I'm so, more importantly than the gifts, I'm just so happy that the show is resonating with you. It really warms my heart when I see that something that could be insignificant could make such a difference in people's lives. Even if it just changes your mood, that makes me happy because it also changes my mood. So I really appreciate you all just for being here and for everything you do. And we do have to end the show. I'm not going to end the stream, but we do have to end the show with what I've promised. And number one is I'm going to be giving shout outs to my top gifters of the stream today. And those are, I'm going to start with number 10 because everyone deserves to be shouted, okay? Number 10 is Sheila Kim 11. Number 9, Frank the Tank. Number 8, Loyalty. I saw Loyalty super active in the comments, so I just want to give you a big shout out and say thank you for supporting the show. Number 7, my dear friend Kate Birdie. Yes, girl. Number 6, Dougie Fresh, my other dear friend. Number 5, Mr. Solo. Number 4, Timbit Yama. Number 3, Sin City Robert. Number 2, Mike D. Thank you, Mike. Thank you. And number 1, my dear friend who has been here on my stream since day 1, Culinary. He's also a fellow Cuban. Please, everybody, go favor Cooley. Go favor him. And yes, Cooley, you are my newest bouncer. I'm so excited because you've been a dear friend for a long time. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me see. How do I do this? Set as bouncer, and you are the number 2 boss of the week. Still here. Sorry, I was ending the recording. I was screen recording. You're the number 2 boss of the week, and you're my newest bouncer, my love. Thank you. I'm so grateful. Big shout out also to Kate Birdie, my dear friend, my other bouncer, who's always here at every show. I don't even ask her to be here. She's always here. I appreciate you so much. And also just shout outs to Mike D, who's number 1. That's a good question. Let me see. This week, number 1. Well, it says Cooley. No, Kid Sensation is number 1. Sorry guys, I'm still getting used to looking at these stats. Number 1 is Kid Sensation, but the funny thing is that I think you guys are very close actually. Kid Sensation, number 2 is Cooley, and number 3 is Charm Charlie so far, according to this. But it doesn't matter, you guys. I'm just grateful you guys are supporting me, supporting the show, supporting my streams. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And the last thing we have to do, as promised, I'm going to be sharing the 2 books on love and relationships that I really recommend you guys to read. These are from 2 authors that I follow on social media, hence why I bought their books. And they're both people that I admire. One of them I admire because he's not only really popular, but he's also in a very serious committed relationship, and he shares a lot of really awesome insight. And number 2 is a girl who has had a really tough upbringing. Like she's not a girl, she's a woman. She become a motivational speaker. Her things, the things that she say are extremely insightful, but she had a really tough childhood, and then she transmuted that into positive teachings, and I love that. So I'm gonna read the comments right now, but first I want to share the first book that I would recommend to you is by Jay Shetty. Do you guys know Jay Shetty? And it's called 8 Rules of Love: How to Find It, Keep It, and Let It Go. Whew, that's deep. So I really recommend this book by Jay Shetty, 8 Rules of Love. And then, wait, what's happening in the chat box? Only that's because Cooley's number 1 in my view. Someone blocked me a lot. Someone blocked you? What do you mean someone blocked you? And I'm sorry, mine showed up differently. I don't know why. I think she read last week Buzzes of the Week. Oh my gosh. You guys, I need to apologize. One thing I need to get better at is reading the stats I'm so bad at really reading the stats on here, but I promise you I'll get better. And I also have to get better at posting the stats of like boss of the week and stuff. But I'm usually, I say this to my friend Legend all the time. I'm not a numbers person and I really struggle with that. So, but I need to get better at it. Um, and then my number 2 book that I want to recommend to you guys is How to Love Yourself. And the author is Teal Swan. Teal Swan. So if you guys don't like reading, just look for them both on social media, and they have amazing content. They have amazing reels. The reason I even bought the books and I started reading the books was because I followed their content. So if you guys, yeah, get it on Audible. So if you guys don't like reading, because I understand these books are freaking huge, I get it. But I highly recommend this if you want to be better at your relationships, if you want to be better at communicating, and not just relationships, but also letting go, but also loving yourself. So that's why I love this combo so much. Jay Shetty's posts are inspirational, 1,000%. So those are my book recommendations, you guys, and I hope you really enjoyed the show. I'm not gonna end the stream. Hopefully I don't get in trouble for it. I shouldn't, but I'm so grateful that you guys are here, and I hope you come back next week so you and I can own it. Emoji, are you still in here? Do I get in trouble if I don't get out of the box? The feature hour is over, right? Ding, ding, ding. Thank you to whoever's hitting the hearts. I appreciate you all. Is not showing anymore. Okay, cool. Thank you, Cape. If anybody wants to get in the box with me and have a chat, you're more than welcome to. Anybody wants to get in the chat box? Do you guys, thank you for streaming. You're very welcome. I love it. I love it. Great job. Look forward to next week. Gotta run. Mike, I so appreciate you for showing up and showing love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're the best. Thank you so much. I'll see you later too. Thank you. Later, Mike. Sin, thank you for being here too. So I'm gonna play some music. Hold on one second. And then we can talk about life. Okay, so same Cave Mike, Mr. Soul Emoji J. I know. Love your selenite tower. Oh my gosh, thank you. I have like a whole thing. I have like a little altar with my crystals, and I just got this ring. It's a I forget what it is. I have it in my phone because I forget. But yeah, I have like my selenite. I have my favorite. I'm gonna show you my favorite one. This is actually my favorite crystal. I forget the name of it. It's like a blue. Oh my God, why am I blanking out on crystals right now? I'm so blanking out on crystals right now. What's this called? This is my favorite crystal. I love it. Labradorite. Yes. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Thanks. Yeah, so this is my absolute favorite crystal. I've always felt very, very called to it, like attracted to it. She's like, LOL. I just got a new one too. Has a nice flash. Yeah, I love it. In a perfect world, I want, thank you for the favorite, Luis. I want a big one, but I don't know if, I don't know where you are, but in LA, they're so expensive. Like this little one, do you want to guess how much I paid for it? Just guess. I have hundreds. You have hundreds of crystals? 25, 80, 40. No, some of you are close. I paid $45 for it. Wait, is it backwards? Can't even tell. Like this. I paid $45 for it. That's a lot. I know. No, I would have never paid 100 for it. But they're expensive. In LA, they're very expensive, which is a total rip-off, must be high quality. I think it's just normal. I think it's just normal. I think it's just because LA is an expensive city. I forget how much I paid for this one, but it's probably around 20. But yeah, you guys, I have so many crystals. I love them. I just bought new sage. I love them. I love them so much. I think they're very, they keep good energy in my place, and I love it. So yeah, I have one bigger than that, and I just got it for 26. I told you, oh my God, I told you I want to order some candles from you. I totally forgot about that. The little crystal candles. Did you choose your hair to be like that? My hair is naturally like this. My hair is naturally curly. It's actually very, very dry right now. It's extremely dry because they just bleached it. I had a modeling job, and they gave me the color, and I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love the look, but because they bleached it so much, it's super dry. So I have to constantly be putting like hair masks, and luckily I have really good products that I use that are like organic and stuff, but it's very dry. But my hair is like this. This is my actual curly hair. It's literally like this. Thank you for the favor here, bro. It looks great. Thank you, Dionysius. Are you a model? Yes, I am a model. I'm a hair model. I am a print model. I'm a runway model. I've done a little bit of everything. I'm a streamer. I'm trying to be more of a streamer now. Like, I'm trying to just stream more. Sometimes it's difficult though, with like just real life, And can I be completely honest with you guys? Sometimes I feel guilty because I'm very extroverted, and I love talking. By the way, whoever's doing the hearts, thank you. But I'm very extroverted, but I'm also a big introvert. So sometimes I feel guilty to be home so much, even though when I'm home, I'm either editing, putting out content, or submitting for jobs, like for modeling or talking to my agent. I'm always doing something productive, but a lot of times I feel very guilty to be home as much as I am. And like, what I mean by this is I want to stream more, but also sometimes I feel like, oh my God, people are gonna think I never go out and never do anything, but I do. But it's like, it's just in my head, right? It's weird. Hand model, you're just one badass model. Thank you, Mad. You're welcome for the heart, hon. Thank you. Who is this? Queen Savage. Thank you, my love. Thank you so much for the love and the hearts and everything. Me, you what? There we go. Yay!
It's been a long time since I've been in your box, and we both have our hair just like
wild.
Yeah, I took my braids out, so that's what I'm doing now. But I wanted to show you this the piece I have.
Let me see.
So this is it.
Oh my God.
Got this one. So it's like polished on this side, but it's still raw on the back side. So the back side still has like a little bit of flash. But he wrote on the bottom of it with a marker like 25. I was like, why would you write on it? But they had some really like good pieces where I was at. But yeah.
I love that. That's beautiful. See, and that's also why I haven't bought one here, because one like that here would be over $100.
Yeah, that's like it's a crystal. I think it's called. I don't know if I ever say it right. Vanadite. It comes in like, I have a small piece that I paid like $20 for, but I've gone into some of the crystal shops and they're like a couple $100.
Yeah,
like this little piece would be like $150 or something. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, they're expensive, and they're very expensive. So I want to eventually one day. I just don't want to spend that much money, but I want to eventually have like a huge one at home, like one of those really really big ones you put next to the door.
Yeah, that one I've seen some of those. I've seen one where they're like so big that it has like it looks like a giant jewelry box, but like you really can't use it as a jewelry box. But it has like the crystal part inside, like the drusiness of it. But they have it set up where like you could open and close, and I'm like, that thing is massive. It's like at least like 100 pounds.
Yeah, I've seen at crystal shops here. I've seen ones like that, like different stone, but the big big ones, and they're like $2,000. They're so expensive.
In my dreams, I'm like, yeah, I want this one. Um, I know, like, because some of the crystals I get, some of them I find on my own, but then some of them I do get from other suppliers, and that's when I've seen like where some of the suppliers I use, they have some of them like in the tables. Like I want like tables, and
That'd be
those were like already like a couple hundred, and I'm like, yeah, because they're and it's gonna be so like expensive to ship and whatnot.
Yeah. Do you have some of your candles right now?
I do have some of them, but they're actually in the car because I don't know if I originally told you like my little shop that I had was in the flea market.
Yeah.
I'm not there anymore.
Oh, okay.
They actually tried to steal all my stuff. So with me being like sick and in the hospital last week, and then trying to go to the flea market to move like majority of my stuff out, a lot of my stuff is still there that they took. So I barely got all my crystals out of there. They got like a lot of like my stuff.
Wow.
So
I'm
I've been
sorry to
kind of
hear
like,
that.
yeah, I've been kind of dealing with that this past weekend. It's putting me in like a little sucky mood.
Well, like I say, everything happens for a reason. You don't need to be in a place with such bad energy.
Right. That's why I was like trying to move my stuff out, and then the person who owns it, they like to have people's stuff, like all the vendors. They'll do what they can so they can keep your stuff. And I was there since 9 o'clock in the morning, moving stuff out and putting stuff in the car. And when they found out I was doing that, they like locked my booth to prevent me from getting anything else out. And I'm like, that's crazy because I've been here since like 9 o'clock in the morning with my mom,
Yeah.
and y'all literally like locked my stuff. So I literally got like bolt cutters and cut out like a little piece of the wire, and like I crawled in to get my crystals out because I was like, I refuse to leave them here because I was like, that's crazy that y'all would do this when